Hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian I'm doing a bookish haul unboxing thing. Yeah, I didn't really have like a set theme here, but I got 3 packages in the mail very recently and I've been dying to open them. I kind of vaguely know what's in them, like books, like obviously books, but one of them is not book shaped, so I'm not sure what's in it. Hopefully it's book related. I'm not just gonna like pull out, oh, here's some olive oil, but I'm pretty sure like it's book related. Anyway, I got some new books in these boxes. Let's go. Okay, let's start with the mystery box. I am not sure what is in this box, but it came from Penguin Random House, so it's definitely book related, but like a tube of book stuff. I don't know what it is. I've cut it. Let's see what's in here. It's my pre-order campaign stuff. Oh my word, I kind of forgot about it. This is the pre-order campaign for Sky Beyond the Storm, which is the finale of the Ember and the Ashes series, and they had a big pre-order campaign, and like I pre-ordered the shit out of that book, so I'm like, yes, here's my receipt, please give me things. And I got things, and this is like nice actually. I'm impressed. So I got this cool mug. It says, you know, Sky Beyond the Storm, the name of the book. And then in the back, always victorious, which is like a thing they say. And I also got this really sweet wooden box. Like it's shiny. I hope it's like showing up well on camera, but like it's like a nice little like wood trinkety box. What? Like this is fancy. I could put all kinds of things in here. I don't even know what I'm gonna put in it, but fancy stuff. Oh my word. I also just noticed there's a magnet in it, because this is like actually fancier because it's using technology so the lid just doesn't fly off at any time because there's magnets, guys. So I'm just really impressed by magnets apparently. But anyways, I got this super cool box, which is like really nice quality. And then I got this really cool mug. And it's like purple on the inside, and it's for, you know, Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. I have already reviewed it on this channel. I love that series intensely. It's one of my faves. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend checking it out. Also, pre-order campaign things. Like, this is a good one. A lot of pre-order campaigns are like, here's a bookmark. And I'm like, no, this is legit. So I'm impressed with this. Woo. I'm very happy right now. I also got a new box by My Guilty Pleasures Book Crate. This is a adult romance specific book crate. I am a rep for them. So if you go to their website, you can use my code, which is MGP Librarian 10, and you get 10% off anything on the website. That includes boxes and other things they have on their website, because they do still like merch and stuff like outside of the boxes. So if that's interesting to you, check it out. They also have YA selections as well and like that merch. So they got a lot of good stuff, and you can get 10% off. Your girl's saving you coin. Okay, so first things first, I always get a treat. There's like a little just treat. Like who doesn't like candy, you know? So I got little Skittles. It is what it is. It's Skittles. So usually I get a candle in these, but this time I didn't get a candle, but I did get this knit headband, which seems like fancy. Like, I know this is not how you wear a headband, but this is how I'm wearing it for right now. But it's fancy. It's really cute. It's like braided, and like this is kind of a high quality item to get in a book box. Like, this is fancy. I'm kind of big into it. I like it a lot. The thing I kind of like about My Guilty Pleasures Book Crate is that there's not a bunch of just bookish trinkets in there. I mean, no, I'm not knocking bookish trinkets. Like, I have a lot of bookish trinkets. As you saw earlier, I just got a mug and a box. But, like, it gets to a point where you're just like, what am I going to do with more bookish trinkets? You know? I just want, like, a thing and candy and books. Like, that's, like, working for me really well right now. Because, like, I just don't want more crap in my house. Like, there's enough. There's enough, like, trinkets. I just want more books. That's what I'm, like, spending my house space on. Another great thing about My Guilty Pleasures Book Crate is that they have different genres you can pick from. So this is a romance box. Like, all the books are gonna be romances. However, you can pick historical romance, new adult, or regular adult. So whatever your kink is, you can get it. Since I am a rep, I got extra books, so let's go into some of the selections that were for this month. I am excited. First off, I have The Worst Duke in the World by Byrne. So already, great title. This was kind of unique in the historical romance genre because we actually have a single dad widow duke. Like, we very rarely see the guy be a single parent. Very rarely, or, well, sometimes a widow, but like a widowed single father. Very fresh. So Anthony, he's the Duke. He just wants to like raise his 8-year-old kid and stay single and maybe hang out with his pig. Like he has his pig he really likes. They're friends. And so he just wants to hang out with the kid and the pig, and that's it. And then all of these women are like, hey, you should marry me because you do not have a wife. And he's just like, listen, no. And then this lady Jane shows up and he's like, wait a minute, you're kind of cool and my kid likes you. Okay, let's date. So that's the gist here. But I am intrigued by the single dad widow Duke trope, because I rarely see it. So that's actually very intriguing. Definitely worth trying out. So yeah, it's like, you know, it's gonna have a cute kid probably, and also a pig. So there's gonna be cute things. Also, oh my gosh, look at this cover. This is Gentle Rogue by Johanna Lindsey. Oh, the cheese factor is high, everybody. So yeah, Johanna Lindsey, classic romance novel author, really like just like laying into the romance genre tropes. I respect her for what it is. However, like the blurb on the back of this one, it gave me pause for a minute. Let me just read it to you, and like you can decide if you got the same weird vibe that I did. Heartsick and desperate to return home to America, Georgina Anderson boards the Maiden Anne, disguised as a cabin boy, never dreaming she'll be forced into intimate servitude at the whim of the ship's irresistible Captain James Mallory. See, this is the part that makes me uneasy. This is a woman disguised as a young boy and apparently was being forced into intimate servitude by the captain. Like, is the captain trying to fuck a kid? What? The paragraph is very alarming to me. I'm sure, like, it's maybe just misworded, but I'm like, oh no, no. So, yeah, this one is a pirate kind of romance adventure story. Hopefully that is just poorly written blurb because it makes me nervous. But yeah, it's a plucky American and pirates. So it's got that going on. I mean, it's Johanna Lindsey. Like the books are like so old school romance that I'm like, okay, maybe that's just how it was. But I'm like, the cabin boy forced intimate servitude thing it's just not feeling good. It is what it is. But hey, Johanna Lindsey, classics, you know? Oh my goodness gracious, look what I got! I got a copy of Not My Match by Ilsa Madden-Mills. This is the sequel to Not My Romeo by Ilsa Madden-Mills, my surprise hit of February. What? Here's the deal. The blurbs on these books are terrible. Like, they're hot garbage blurbs. However, the books themselves, strangely delightful. I talked mad shit about it. In my defense, I stick by what I said. The book is legitimately stupid. However, delightful. So this one I've actually already read. So I'll just read you the blurb because it's terrible. But like the book was delightful. She's in the friend zone when all he wants is a touchdown. Homeless and heartbreakingly innocent, Giselle Riley walks into my penthouse and chaos follows. I shouldn't have invited the girl genius to live with me, but it's clear she needs my help, not only for a place to lay her pretty blonde head, but in finding real love, which she's not going to get with the crazy men she picks up online. Too bad she's a 24-year-old virgin and I'm a bad boy wide receiver. Okay, sorry. Okay, back to this. She's off limits for a hardcore player like me, and we're just friends. Instead, I'm her matchmaking service, no matter how jealous it makes me when I tag along on her dates. I can keep my self-control, right? No way I'll give in to everything inside me that dreams of a girl like her in my world. I may be the best wide receiver in the country, but how could I hold on to a girl like her? It's really weird, like first-person blurbs. They're really bad. I don't know who wrote the blurbs, but whoever is doing it is just like, are you mad at the author? Like, the blurbs are so bad. And like, legitimately, the book is ridiculous. It's stupid, but like delightful. And I wish the blurb was better. I'm glad I took a chance on this series. I actually really like it. But like, if I just read the blurb and no one dared me to read the other book, I would have never even opened it because it looks so bad from the blurb. Anyway, I've just learned sometimes a bad blurb doesn't necessarily mean a bad book. But yeah, this one's really fun. Like I was saying, it's a sports romance, and we're following Devin. We were introduced to him in the first book, bad boy wide receiver. And then you have Giselle, who is the heroine from the first book's sister, and she's like girl genius extraordinaire / 24-year-old virgin, because of course. And then her apartment burns down, and he's like, hey, you should live with me. And she's like, okay. And then they try really, really hard not to do it for like a lot of the book until they just start doing it. But anyway, it's strangely delightful. I really enjoyed it, actually. So yeah, this was fun. I kind of recommend it. It's just like a good book to curl up with on the couch with wine and candy and just like enjoy. So there you go. Oh, last up, I have Book of the Month Club box, and that was heavy. Oh my word. I was legitimately scared I was gonna like get a black eye from this box. Anyway, Book of the Month. I've got a bunch of books in here. Let's start off with my add-ons before I get into the book I picked for Book of the Month. And I finally got my copy of Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and I've heard nothing but great things about this book. It's apparently like YA King Arthur retelling, but modern day. Like I think the idea here is that these kids are like descendants of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. And so now here they are in the modern days, and they have magic and they fight demons. And I'm like, really? That all sounds great. And I've heard nothing but great things about it, honestly. Like, it's kind of a surprise hit because I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I always want to love King Arthur retellings, so I get very excited by it, but then I get let down. So, like, I've been hurt before, okay? But a lot of my friends who have read this already tend to like it a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take one more chance on it. But yeah, Legendborn, Tracy Deonn, King Arthur retelling, demons, YA. I'm thinking skewing towards older YA, but definitely really cool concept here. Another add-on I got was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. You know, I didn't have a copy of Little Women, and I've actually never read it. So, Drunk Classics, it might be one of them this year. Hint, hint. I think the plot here is it's pretty well known. You have these 4 sisters, and they're kind of coming of age and doing stuff. I think one of them dies. I forget which one, because they're all this, like, Little Women, and I don't know who or who. But, yeah, you know, it's a classic, and I haven't read it. So I'm like, okay, like, this might be my year where I get wasted and read it. So yeah, this will be another edition of Drunk Classics coming on later in the year. I've decided to do it quarterly just because I don't want to damage my liver by doing it all the time. So I figured quarterly, I have plenty of time to recover my liver. So anyway, that's like the plan right now. So this one will come out later in the year. If you're interested, Drunk Classics. It's going to be fun, hopefully. Who knows? And for my book of the month, I selected The Last Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Oh my gosh, I love stories like this. Like, I just researched them on my own, like real life ones. This is loosely based upon like the concept of like female apothecaries back in the day who, you know, everyone just assumed, oh, they're making cosmetics. But actually, they were making husband poison and then, like, giving it to people where they would poison their husbands who were shitty. And I am, like, obsessed with those stories. Oh, my poor boyfriend. I just really like the stories because it's, like, interesting. You know, there's Acqua Tofana from Italy, and Le Boisson from France. There's a lot of stories about it all throughout Europe. The female apothecary selling husband poison disguised as cosmetics. And this is kind of that vibe. Okay, so here's just like a little bit of the blurb because it sounds so cool. A forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Last Apothecary. So it's kind of being told in 2 different time periods. So there's 18th century London, and you have the apothecary who is selling, you know, husband poison disguised as cosmetics. And things that happened then are having an effect on the present day. Because now we're in the present day, and we have this woman named Caroline. She finds a vial in the Thames, and she's like, huh, what's this? Maybe I'll get into a research project because of her cheating husband. You know, she's like, okay, let me just go into this, like, down this rabbit hole. And she does, and she's like, oh shit, it's poison. And then like there's supposed to be a big twist at the end. And I don't know what this twist is. Maybe it's a dead husband. I don't know. But anyway, I am like obsessed with those type of stories about the female apothecaries selling husband poison. I'm way into them. My poor boyfriend, he thinks I'm gonna murder him probably, but like, no, I like him a lot. He's a good one. I just like hearing about other women killing people. I watch too many murder shows. It's like, well, on that note, that concludes this unboxing book haul dealio. I got some really cool new stuff. I got some romances. I got some murder books. I got all kinds of stuff. Really cool. I'm excited. Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know, what's like a weird topic you just go down the rabbit hole on? For me, it's like apothecary murders. I can't stop reading about them. Like, what's your rabbit hole? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.